Hello, everybody. This is Genius Legend here, and I'm here with my live stream of Deltarune Chapter 3. Now, Chapter 3 and 4, but I'm not going to be playing 4 right now because we're on 3. So, before this live stream begins, you might notice something. So, before it begins, I just want to explain a few things. For the past week, I've been trying to set up because I have a capture card, but the big problem is I have a 4K Ultra capture card. If I ever re-release this live stream edited, I'm gonna put pictures up. But I have a 4K Ultra capture card, and I wanted to do this live stream with my capture card, so this live stream could be in good quality. I had a very hard time working it. I found a software that works, but the problem with the software is, I have to subscribe to it and all this other nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, but it's important stuff. But it's very hard for me to get going with that kind of stuff. I'm sorry if you hear nervousness in my voice, because I'm currently recording I'm currently live right now. All of YouTube can see me right now, if they care, at 6:35 p.m. in California. Now, Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 does not release until 8 a.m. in California. So not until another hour and 25 minutes until Chapter 3 comes out. So what I'm going to do for the next hour and 24 minutes, I am going to go through a little bit of my save file here that I already have. So back in 2019, I already knew about Deltarune. Wait, hold on. Why is my oh shoot, my Switch controllers. Okay, there. Thank goodness. Okay, sorry, my Switch controllers disconnected there for a second. It scared me. But anyway, sorry. I overcomplicate things. I'm sorry. I want this has to be a fun stream. But yeah. So Deltarune, for those of you who don't know, Deltarune is the predecessor to Undertale. I think I've done I've done like one or two Deltarune videos on this channel. Not a whole lot. I wish I could do more. Give me a second here. Okay, sorry, I had to mute my microphone there. But yeah, Deltarune. For those of you that know, if you clicked on a Deltarune video, you know what Deltarune is. Deltarune is the parallel story to Undertale. Um, you know, it's a parallel universe. A great game. I love it. I actually have a funny story about Deltarune. Back in October or early November 2018 when it came out, because Toby Fox was very mysterious about it when he unveiled it. I didn't even know the game existed until like 2 or 3 days after it came out, when I see everyone on the internet saying hashtag Undertale 2, hashtag Undertale 2. And at that point I already saw like a bunch of fan games of Undertale. So I was like, is this real? Is this just a really popular fan game? And then lo and behold, it was an actual game. At that point it was on Switch yet, so I just looked up a YouTuber by the name of 101 Leafy. I think he still goes by that name today. But I looked up his Let's Play. He uploaded the entirety of Chapter 1, and I immediately fell in love because in 2017, that's when I got into Undertale, and really enjoyed the game. It's a great game. If you've never played Undertale, leave this stream right now and go play Undertale. It's a great game. We still got an hour and 20 minutes until Chapter 3 launches. I believe also on Switch. I currently have a tab open to the Deltarune website where there's a countdown. But anyways, yeah. So 2019, Toby Fox put it on Switch. I think it was until like fall of 2019 that I downloaded it, and currently works Switch Joy-Cons. So currently, sorry if this audio is too loud. Is it too loud? So currently, the save file you see here was the save file I started back in 2019, and I believe this is the same save file I played back in 2019. I have 633 minutes on this save file. Let me just, yeah, okay. Yeah, so that save file I started back in 2019. Then in 2021, Chapter 2 released. Then I got that file. I got that same save file and then, put it onto this game. Sorry if I sound out of breath. I'm drinking, what do you call this? A Bolt House Farms Arabic coffee. And my mouth is not that dry, but a little bit dry. So if I sound out of breath or I keep on smacking my lips and tongue. It's probably because of that. We have an hour and 20. Let me, because this is a live stream, you know, I can show you my computer. An hour and 20 minutes and 27 seconds until chapter 3 releases. So I was gonna do like two things while I waited while we wait for chapter 3 to come out. I don't think anyone's on this stream, but that's fine, you know, rewatches and stuff. Do I even have my stream on? Live chat, all messages visible. Let me open up another tab so I can make sure everything is like supposed to go the way it's supposed to go. I've never done a live stream before, so I'm a little bit nervous. I'm just gonna pause me right now because I don't think you want to hear me. Well, you do want to hear me. You clicked on this video. Hold on, let me just check my settings. But yeah, you know, Undertale and Deltarune, you know, the Toby Fox series. You know, I love it. You know, it's an important series to me. I wouldn't say like, you know, I mean, it is an important series to me, but you know, I'm not like a crazy insano super fan or anything like that. Although, you know, for the past 3 years, I have been watching all the theories and you know, looking up games that Toby Fox is really into, which I might play sometime in the future. But yeah, so let me just walk around town. So I believe in this save file. I don't know if this music's too loud. I'll probably change it. I'll change it. I think that's the right pitch. Listen to that piano. Doo, 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 doo. So I think in this save file, I guess I have a loud voice. I can make this go up like 2 more times. Okay, so I think, can I focus my camera? I'm recording this on my iPhone, so forgive me if there's any like, okay, that looks good. That looks good. I'm recording this on my iPhone, so forgive me if there's any hiccups or anything. I am trying my best with this. And I think I'm doing a good job so far, aren't I? So this save file, this is a pacifist save file. I think I befriended every member in Castletown. Good evening, boss. Please relax and enjoy yourself. Recommendations. For the young prince, we recommend the Vanil green tea. There's not much to go off of besides your color. I get it, you're calling him by his color. Yeah, so I think I have every character from chapter 1, and I have every character from chapter 2. So this is basically, I wouldn't say this is 100% file, but this is 100% pacifist. Like so far, we have spared all the characters that there are in the game. I've had mercy on you, Butler. Okay, I could have killed you when I had the chance, but I didn't because I'm such a nice guy. Anyways, it's kind of crazy because for the past week, I kid you not, I have had sleepless nights about this game. Like I have been that excited for this. Not to sound like a lonely nerd. Sorry if I sound like a lonely nerd. Let's go into the shop. Welcome, travelers. I don't know what voice to give Sham. If you talk to Sham, what's a good voice for Sham? You have collected 2 shadow crystals. Unfortunately, without the shadow mantle, at 2 you may remain. Fate is approaching, and it is not on your side. Take your time, ain't like it. Wait, what? Take your time, ain't like it's better spent. I'm just gonna. Actually, do I need anything? Hold on. So going, because obviously, you know, chapter 3 is going to come out until another hour and 16 minutes. So I have no idea what is going to happen in chapter 3 for obvious reasons. We have the Lancer cookie. So the reason the reason I'm opening up this save file is because I want to experience the ending of chapter 2 one last time before chapter 3 comes out. Let's see, the party dojo. Did I do everything that there is to do in the party dojo? The link in the description, I'll probably add a mark for when I start playing chapter 3, so feel free to hit that. Just experiencing chapter 2 for one last time. This guy's the guy I talked to. For the longest time, I thought the little stubble on the bottom of his body. For the longest time, I thought that was his mouth. It turns out that's stubble. That's aftershave. Hey, boss, can I help you? A challenge. I guess this is the only one I haven't done. I wonder if the battle music is going to change in the later chapters. Forgive me if the audio sounds funny. I don't want it to be crazy loud, but also at the same time, I want it to be quiet and you just hear my voice. Let's see here. Oh, this is easy battle. I don't know what the challenge is supposed to be here. I'm just gonna pacify. You've been pacified. It's easy with Ralsei because Ralsei can just pacify them. Do 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 do. Is that it? Is that all I have to do? Pacify? And then I win the challenge? Oh, I'm fighting all the enemies from Chapter 2. Okay, that makes much more sense. How do I stop pop-up? Don't have to click on pop-up. S action. And then... Or no, R action on Vai-Vai-Raccoon. Start all your pop-ups. I thought for a second that pop-up was on my actual live stream for a second there. It scared me. I have a question. Right now YouTube is telling me someone's on my live stream. Hold on. Hold on. I have to fix my settings on my live stream right now. Forgive me for this. Forgive me. Live stream. I was about to say I'm gonna miss this battle theme, but I don't think this battle theme is gonna, you know. Hold on. Oh, sorry about that. You almost saw my messy room for a second. Okay, sorry. Can you see the glare of my face? Hold on. Oh, I'm trying to. Okay, there. Is everything better? Is everything okay? I want to see if I can fix my settings. It feels so surreal, not surreal, but almost kind of unbelievable being live on camera. Not that it's anything crazy. What sucks about filming at this time, because right now, as I said, 6:46. The thing that sucks about it is that because the way my window is, the sunlight is directly coming in to my room. And whenever I film on my phone, my screen's normally not bright enough, so I try to make it as bright as possible so there won't be a glare. There's not a bad glare or anything, so let's see here. Susie lies about her health. Ralsei tried to sorry, not good with words. Forgive me if I stuttered in this live stream. Oh shoot, okay. Okay, so hold on, let me see if I can fix those. I think I have a good setup right now. Okay, I think I'm doing good for right now. So I can spare a pop-up. I'm just gonna do what I did again with X action. I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't beaten this challenge yet. I'm really excited because I love Toby Fox music, so I'm really excited to see whatever. And I'm just gonna pass. Yeah, I'll shoot these guys. I said shoot, YouTube. I said shoot. I didn't say the other word. I'm really interested what the music for Chapter 3 and 4 is gonna be. Obviously, that's gonna be. I'm gonna be listening to that for like the next 3 years because I love Toby Fox music. What gets rid of the cats? I think it's soft spoken, isn't it? And then for Susie, whatever you do for the mice. Oh, okay, that worked. Have I really not beaten this? I do think the Battle Dojo is a cool concept. I'm surprised Toby didn't do it for anything else. Well, he only has 2 games. He has Undertale and this one. What am I even talking about? I'm just rambling. I'm rambling until Chapter 3 comes out. The swatch. Oh, wait. Okay, so for the yellow one, I have to warmify. For the warmify, and then I'll spare this guy. Warmify. Whoa, okay. Wait, okay. The swatch things don't have that bad of attacks. They're the same enemy. It's just birds flying. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, there. Okay, is this the final round? Okay. Be tough. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm just thinking to myself. I'm not narrating what the narrator is saying. And then our action, I'll do that. Wear wire. So the other ones are wear wires instead of werewolf, which is kind of funny play on words. Toby Fox. What else? Hold on, I don't want my screen to be too blurry. I'm trying to hide my. Okay, wait. I'm trying to. So I'm being tough to this one, and the bottom one I'm being soft to. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm dying. I think that's why I never beated this one before. Rawl say, what happens if I'm cold? I'll use the butt juice to heal Rawl say. It's not made of butts. It's butts because of butler. This is the reason I never beated this challenge, is because of this part. Do. This one's at 44%. Okay, let's do. That's if I'm cold. Be tough. Heal prayer. You heal prayer on yourself, Rawl say. I do not like these attacks. I hate them. I do not like you. Why did I spare you? Oh no, Susie. Can I just like kill them? Or not? You don't kill on Deltarune, but you do attack. Hold on. What did that? Did just heal 30%? Okay, I'm not gonna survive this. I'm not gonna survive this. And I didn't survive that. Okay. You beefed it. Better luck next time, boss. I'll get back to this in chapter 3. I'll get back to it because the HP gets higher in the next chapter. What else is there to do? I guess before chapter 3, I'm going to stock up on items. I was going to say goodbye to all the characters, but I already, when I play, because this file I played on my private time, so, there's not else much to do. Items. Butt juice. Oh, wait, no, I'm selling my items. Wait a second. I'm selling. I meant to buy. I sold my butt juice. CD bagel. Oh, is that it? I don't have enough money? Okay, I guess I'm poor now. I guess I am poor now. Wait, hold on. Trying now. I'm trying to... Forgive me, I'm trying to fix my camera here. Uh-oh. Trouble in paradise. Hold on. The actual stream hasn't started yet, so I'm fine. Oh, wait a second. That's not gonna help. Darn it. A fun fact, Toby Fox teased this song back in the Undertale 5th anniversary live stream. I had it perfectly fine the first time. Why am I deciding to change it? Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Everything is fine. Okay. Yeah, this is the last time my Castletown's gonna look like this. Let's just explore a little bit more before everything is just straight up gone. Yeah, so this is the prison for the kings. I'm interested. Is King gonna have a cellmate in the future chapters? For those of you that don't know, sorry about my burp, but that was a very unprofessional Let's Player. We have nothing to discuss. What was I gonna say? It's violently protecting the jail. You go do that while I'm gone. Okay. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but I forgot. What the heck was I gonna say? Oh, wait. Darn, I lost my train of thought. I talk way too much. My train of thought was I was gonna talk about something. Hey, the music. What does it say? Nice town, Chief. I think we're gonna like it here. Cool city. As thanks, you can listen to all sorts of songs here. Don't think it'll be cheap though. It's free. What? Sorry, I wasn't giving them individual voices. Their dialogue just kind of meshes together. I can't buy anything from them. Let's listen to my favorite song for a second. Where is it? Yeah, it's pronounced Rolls. Sorry if this is cringy, me just humming the music. Toby Fox makes great music. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, that's my favorite part. I just want to listen to that bit. Okay, that's it. So yeah, before we end things here once and for all, I wanted to go over some theories I had. We have an hour and 5 minutes until chapter 3 comes out. So before we end it all, I wanted to go over I was gonna make a video being like, "Oh, here's my final thoughts before chapter 3 and 4 come out," but I really don't have any final thoughts. So I'm like, there's no point in me like being like, "Hey, here's my final thoughts." Um, for those of you that don't know, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Um, about like really hardcore Deltarune theories. There's one theory I honestly do believe in, chess theory, which is a theory every piece in chess is going to represent a boss we're going to fight. Chapter 1, it was the king. Chapter 2, it was the queen. And 3 and 4 is going to be the rook and the bishop. And I think it's been straight up confirmed that chapter 4 is going to take place in the church. And that kind of just put my faith in chess theory. So I definitely feel like chess theory is going to be true, which means chapter 5, we're going to fight the knight or a knight. And then chapter 6 is going to be the pond, which I personally think is going to be the vessel that we made in the beginning of the game. I've heard some mixed things. I remember back when chapter 2 came out, I heard this little guy. This little guy, you can only get him in chapter 2 if you don't run over any of the cars. But I think I played this game once and I did run over the cars, and yet I still got this guy, so that's kind of weird. Also, another weird thing, it seems to be locked. It may never open again. That's kind of weird that, I don't know, just, it feels weird that the game has to make that statement. Are we going to go through that door again? Back to chapter 1? Who knows? Who knows? I've been trading. Don't ask what I've been trading, though. Okay, I won't ask. Here's a little salesman that used to know Spamton. I wanted to make a predictions video for what I think the secret boss for 3 and 4 are going to be. I've heard people say it's going to be Woody or like a cowboy-esque character. Who knows? Chapter 3 and 4 hasn't come out yet, so we don't know who the secret boss is going to be. The hacker. Thanks a lot for the lovely city. It's nearly as good as the one I made in Minecraft. I said a no word. Sir Vant Lot. Hello to you. I hope I read your profile name correctly. So I guess I have nothing else to discuss. I have nothing else to discuss here in this area. 1 hour and 3 minutes until chapter 3 comes out. You read it correctly. Thank you for clarifying that, Sir Vant a lot. Sorry for reading it awkwardly. Up here. So I guess all we have left to do. So there's 2 things I wanted to do in the hour that we have. I wanted to relive the ending of chapter 2 one last time before chapter 3, and also I wanted to react to a theory Matt Pett made a year ago regarding Deltarune. It was a theory that he made back for like the last 10 weeks he had left before he retired. So I just wanted to react to that really quickly. Man, this music takes me back to 2018. What else was I going to say? I don't remember what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. There's nothing else really left to do in town. I guess just go up to Toriel. Go up to Toriel and end it all. I wonder how the chapter 3 and 4 weird routes will be like. Not going to lie. Yeah, I wonder that too. I think because there is the whole, the Deltarune, the Spamton sweepstakes too. And it kind of confirmed that chapter 3 may not have one, but chapter 4 might, or something like that. It's kind of crazy. Chris, you going home? Yep. All right. And then the music fades out, because that always happens in a Toby Fox game. Then I guess it's goodbye for today. See you tomorrow, Chris. Or in this case, today, because, Deltarune's today. Chris, how was studying with your... Why, Chris, is that your friend? Why don't you invite her inside? Chris, I should probably get going, and I was going to bake a pie. Did you want any? Guess I could come over for a bit. I kind of forgot about this little dialogue with Susie. See ya in an hour and 1 minute, Chris. Yup. See ya in an hour and 1 minute. I was going to say Mr., but Chris is non-binary, so you can't really say that. But, person we suspect is the knight. Some people at least. Feel free to come in. Excuse me, I'm Chris's mother, Toriel. In an alternate universe, I was the mother of some other child, but we're not going to talk about them. Yes, ma'am, I remember. Oh, you do, and you are Susie, are you not? So did Toriel teach Susie when Susie was like a younger girl? I guess that's what's implying. Doesn't she say that right now? You remember my name too? Of course, Miss Alphys is a good friend of mine. I assume the night is Alvin, or the Mare holiday. It could be Alvin, because if you believe in chess theory, Alvin would be the bishop, the antagonist of chapter 4, but then according to chess theory, we're gonna fight the knight in chapter 5. As I've already said, I'm a believer in chess theory, but who knows? We're probably gonna find out in 1 hour, 1 hour and 20 seconds. Of course, Miss Alphys is a good friend of mine. She often talks about you. I'm glad to hear it. Chris, the hell is Alphys saying about me? Susie, why don't you wash your hands over there? Then we can make a pie together. Make it together. But I don't know how to. Do not worry, I can teach you. Okay. One thing I noticed about people is people have pointed out that Susie is standing in a very awkward position when talking to Toriel. It's pretty much implied in the game that Susie, whether her father or mother, doesn't have good parents. It's kind of weird because in it's Undertale. There's that what do you call that fun value character, Clam Girl, and Clam Girl says, "So you haven't that's the only time Susie's parents or parent is mentioned in this series is Clam Girl makes the statement, 'You never met my neighbor's daughter,' and then if you play the Switch version, it says that really creepy thing. I just assumed Susie was trying to be polite. That could also be it. That can also be it. I'm very happy you are friends with her, but Chris, I heard from Alphys about her behavior. If by any chance she's or influences you, or leave the leave the leave the leave the chalk alone, all right? I don't know why I couldn't say chalk there. Hands washed. Wonderful. Now we can. Oh, Chris, how about you show Susie how to bake it? Chris, you know how to bake pie or how to make pie? The hell you haven't made me any. Can I say this on YouTube? Dumbass. You pie hoarding piece of. I forgot about that line. I mean, sus. Wait, excuse me, ma'am. I thought she said sus. I don't know. Sorry. My mind's kind of running laps right now. 58 minutes until chapter 3. Susie, you can just call Toriel outside of school. Okay, sweet. Yes, sus indeed. Chris. Oh, you need to wash your hands too. Then I suppose I should teach Susie for now. Susie and I will start getting ready to make pie. We will wait. I have a question. What happens if you try to leave? The hell are you leaving me with her? Your wait, sorry. What did it say? The hell are you leaving me here with your mom? Is this like what is it called? An introvert thing? Sorry, I can't read that. It's the TV. Looks like it's plugged in, but it's dusty. It won't be dusty for long. What happens if I try to leave? Chris, this is not the time to sneak some chocolates. Chris, get me some at least. Oh, Susie, you have no idea. It's a material word for tenna. Material word for tenna. We run the tap. What happens if you just say no? Then the tap will be waiting until you choose to run it. Interesting choice of words. And then here's the creepy part, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary folks. I remember back, I was watching, what's his name? There was a YouTuber. He does a lot of Two Left Thumbs. I was watching Two Left Thumbs, a live stream of this, and my jaw just dropped with the whole, bringing back the whole Chris ripping out their soul, aka us, the player, and being like, I refuse to listen to you, or whatever suspicious thing Chris is about to do. 56 minutes until chapter 3. I want to react to that MatPat video. How long is it? It's 17 minutes and 40 seconds. I have plenty of time. I'm like Mr. Incredible. I just got time. I don't know why I referenced The Incredibles in the Deltarune live stream. I'm just looking at my computer while this cutscene's going on. Let's see here. Well, let us get the flour. So that's this bag and just... Oops. Hehe. Susie, you have flour on your nose. It would have been great if Toby would have added, like, on the little talking pixel, like, a like some kind of speck of flour on Susie's nose. I think that would have been a neat detail. I meant to do that. Thought you would stop to smell the flour, eh? Achoo, come on. Now, on to the next part. Well, Chris is being sus. Do. So where the heck is Chris? I wonder if the knight will be aware that Chris made the dark fountain. I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe. I definitely see there being a scene of like the knight being like, oh, you made a dark fountain on your own. And I don't know. Maybe in like a weird route scenario is trying to recruit Chris or train Chris. I guess that can happen. Who knows? Oh, Chris, does this sometimes. Well, they should hurry. I'm getting sleepy. Do they know what they call a sleepy Susie? They would call her a snoozy. Then I guess you'll be a Snoriel. I used to do jokes like this with my husband until I divorced him. That, very sad. You really liked that one, huh? Wasn't it funny? How much longer? 54 minutes. All right, where the hell is Chris? Toriel. The pie's nearly done. Oh, the sugar. Wait here a moment. I left it in the car. Okay. So she went grocery shopping. Oh, I guess she did because there's that cutscene with Sans being awkward. Let's see here. Okay, my live stream looks good. Am I shaking the camera? I don't mean to shake the camera. Is it shaking? Okay. Sorry about that burp. Back to washing their hands. So Chris could become the knight squire or something if Chris joins the knight in the weird route. I could definitely see something like that happening. And I don't know, there could be like a Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine situation. It could be something like that. Actually would be interesting. Hey Chris, hurry up next time. We're already almost done. Do. I like that tutorial's just like, someone slashed the tires. So what's next? Oh, or the pie. We already worked quite hard, have we not? How about we finish it later? Okay. Then, guess I'll walk home? Oh, no. There's no need to do that. Oh, actually, Susie, would you like to stay over? Huh? I mean, if it's okay then. Here, look at this. Our couch is used to being as a bed. It's not perfect, but we could all sleep out here. That sounds good to me, yeah. Splendid. I will make sure everything is in order. Sorry, I'm just jamming to the Toby Fox music. Just call your parents. Will you not? Yeah, of course. And then interesting. Or should I say very, very interesting. Yes, 52 minutes until chapter 3 and 4. So what the hell is a sleepover? Damn, I haven't had one of these in forever. But who was the sleepover with? Hey Chris, it's not like someone has to tell you to sit, right? Yeah, I have to tell them. There, chill out for a sec. So now what? I got it. Maybe between the pillows here. There, I knew I'd find the remote in there. You can always find good stuff wedged between the couch. Geez, it's dusty. When's the last time you used this thing? Well, who cares? Let's just watch TV. What if the remote is the secret boss for chapter 3? We should call out the fact that it hasn't been used. So what are you gonna were we gonna marathon tonight? Sorry, I'm stuttering. Blood Crushers 3, Hellbusters, Invasion of the Cat Petters? Is that related to the game Noel plays? And maybe I see the movie or more your speed, Chris. It's been a good day, huh, Chris? You, Ralsei, Lancer, everyone. It's just cool hanging out together, right? That's why, don't you think we should try to have them come to our world? Come on, think about how much fun it would be. Ralsei could do our homework. Lancer could live under your bed. If the remote is the secret boss, I would assume one of its abilities would be able to change the scenery attacks based on the channels. The TV channels. That would be a cool idea. Because that one thing I've noticed about Jevil and Spamton Neo is during their big boss fights. The background is completely different for their boss fights. Spamton has the little Spamton city. Jevil has like the spinning 3D thing. So it definitely feels like whoever the secret boss of Chapter 3 and all the later chapters will definitely have like unique scenery specifically for them. Rousey could do our homework. I already read that line. We could all walk to school together. It'd be perfect, you know. You know one thing that's interesting? I don't think Susie realizes how the nature of the dark fountains work. Of the darkness have to stay within their world. They cannot just come into the dark world anthropomorphic. I mean, we would have been unstoppable if is what I'm saying. Seems a little far-fetched. Well, since this is pacifist, I'm just gonna say, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that's the attitude. What if Rousey becomes a teacher's pet, though? Or not if, just feels like a matter of time, honestly. Well, whatever, as long as he brings me an apple, too. What apple shampoo? No, I didn't drink any of that. Well, whatever. Let's just get back to watching. I don't know why, but that chef looks like Burger Pants. I don't know why, he just reminds me of Burger Pants. So the festival's coming up, right? If Toriel is going to be in the Dark World in Chapter 3, I wonder how Toriel will interact with Ralsei. I wonder, too. I've heard some people say Ralsei is going to put his outfit in Chapter 1 back on just to be somewhat anonymous. Or I guess, I don't know. Because Noelle didn't really interact with Ralsei that much. So who knows how Ralsei is going to be dodging this bullet. That thing where the town becomes a carnival. Stupid, right? I think it's been alluded to that the carnival is going to happen in Chapter 5, because the only thing Toby shared about Chapter 5 is as a balloon. But say you had to take some Noelle or Ralsei. Why did you dodge the question, dumbass? I mean, if I went, obviously you'd be there too. That goes without saying, right? Look, let's just go back to watching TV. And then you have the little dinosaur. Now, this is what I'm talking about. A giant monster movie special. Always like them better than the giant human movies. I always like in like media, like Monsters Inc. or something like that, where monsters are just terrified of humans. I always think that's kind of a funny trope. I assume that Chapter 5's Dark World would be the Flower King, aka Asgore's place. I always thought personally that Chapter 6 was going to be the Flower King, because I think it's, without a doubt, that's going to be one of the settings for at least one of the chapters. I always felt like it was 6, but it could be 5. Like, the way I see it is 3 is obviously our house, 4 is the church, 5, I can't pinpoint where 5 is, but it could be Noelle's house, because we haven't stepped foot there. 6 could be the Flower King, and then 7 is going to be the creepy bunker in the outskirts of town, which that place obviously gives off endgame kind of vibes. Now this is something we can marathon. Are you ready, Chris? For 12 hours of building, bashing, car crushing action? Because we are locked in, got it? I better not see you move until your eyes are bloodshot. Or should I say big shot? Now let me just get comfortable here and... 47 minutes till Deltarune. There. And just gets knocked out. To be fair, we did save the world, so, Susie fell asleep. According to Toby, all the Susie sound effects of her breathing or gasping is really slowed down breathing. Now's your chance to be a big shot. It sure is. It sure is. It's creepy. I can't believe it. 1,356 days is how long it's been since the release of Chapter 2. Officer? I haven't been giving the characters voices. I don't know why I'm starting now. I'm just going to start now giving the characters voices if I can remember. How would Toriel sound? Officer? Officer? Has to be older, though. I don't know, sorry. Thank goodness. I finally got through. I thought I saw someone prowling around outside, and then I checked our car. The tires looked like they were slashed. Officer, if you could please come over. You will soon? Thank you. They're already asleep. You go read your book. You know, one weird thing is when obviously when it fades away right now, and then you see Toriel's sprite there of her head just down. It's so creepy. Do your thing, Chris. I'm not controlling anything. I can't. Okay, for a second there, I thought the game crashed. I was like, is it supposed to be like this? Hello? Okay, I got scared there. I was like, did it crash? Now you can see my shadow because it's all dark. Let me just wedge me under the cushions, just like the remote. My theory on why Chris would make a dark fountain would to warn the light world people of the dark world, as Chris looks like they want to get. Wait, hold on. As Chris looks like they want to get officers to come to the dark world. I mean, it makes sense because in the first 2 chapters, we had the option to warn Undyne about the dark fountains, and she just laughed at our face. So it definitely seems. I definitely do feel like in the beginning of chapter 3, or at some point in chapter 3 when it's brought up, Chris is the one that created the fountain. They're going to do what they did in chapter 2. Like, oh, like, chapter 1 ended with Chris pulling out the knife, and then chapter 2 begins being like, oh, they weren't doing anything evil. They were just getting pie. Like, I'm sure that the game's going to come up with some, like, silly reason for why Chris was doing what they were doing. Now you can see my iPhone. Yeah, it's either Undyne or Napstablook that will arrive. Probably Napstablook, most likely. Probably. There he is. That goes on for a while. See you in 44 minutes. Tenna indeed. Dun, 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 dun. Main art by Timmy Chang. Fred Wood. I'm sorry, I couldn't read those names. Chris and Sue, what was it? Cano Tides, who did Lancer and the other card characters. Neil Kenju, Lars Korendi JK, Lina Rain, Marcy Norbs, 8-4, Kentor. I'm not gonna read some of these names. Sammy Ragon, Greg Trevors, 2560, Digital Hearts. Dun dun. Brian Koya. I think that's how you pronounce that. And yeah, that is it of chapter 2. And then after when I play that again, I'm already know what's going to happen. To be continued in chapter 3. To be continued indeed. I love that. One thing I love is when I'm connecting this game to my TV and then I just hear that that creepy ambience. Let's go into the eShop. Hopefully, none of my personal information will be revealed. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I was really bothered that they updated it into being red. I didn't like that. I wasn't a fan. Deltarune. I'm with you in the dark. I wonder what the end credits for 3 and 4 are going to be. If it's going to be a remix or if they're change up the lyrics. Here it is. $25. Rated T for teens. Let's watch that trailer one more time. I made a YouTube short of this. Red and white just makes it look Pokemon themed, kind of. I guess it does, yeah. Red and white. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, that's kind of what even the color version of Pokemon was. Da, 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 da. I love the fact Spamton was in the trailer. With the truth, a promise in your heart. So I'm pretty sure most people have theorized that the reason that Susie and Chris are darker in chapter 4 is probably because they opened up a double fountain in the dark world of the church. It definitely seems like that. I can definitely see. Also makes sense with the whole Gaster with his catchphrase, darker yet darker. It definitely makes sense. Is there anything else? Hold on. I just want to look at these pages. Deltarune. Oh, ma'am. Thanks for... I can't do a voice for Sans. Let me just do my best, Patrick. SpongeBob. I can't do it. Oh man, thanks for checking that. That's wrong. I can't do a good Sans. I'm better at Papyrus. These are the little... I forgot what their names are, but they're connected to some Chinese, Japanese spirit, I believe. I was watching someone analyze that. There's also the theory that the bishop boss in chapter 4 would send them at the bottom of the dark world, kind of like sending them to hell. and they had to escape. That's interesting. Yeah, I could definitely see that. We are running away from black fireballs, so that definitely could be a thing. That's a screenshot from 2. So that's interesting. Wait, hold on. Sorry, my voice cracked. Work, Joy-Con, work. So the little the things around over here are stars, and so far the only one we've seen is the one of Tenna, which I would assume because it changes each area, and there's 3 areas in every chapter. So I don't know if this is gonna be for the first area or the second area. We'll find out in 20 minutes. So anyways, let's take a break from this and let's go watch a MatPat video. I'm gonna, let's see here. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I've been streaming for 45 minutes. My goodness. I guess it's been that long. I honestly couldn't sleep last night. I was like, Deltarune. So for the next 17 minutes, I wanted to react to a MatPat video. Back in the early 2024 when he announced his retirement, I saw he uploaded a Deltarune theory, but I never reacted to it. And I still haven't reacted to it, even though it's been like a year. So I'm going to take the opportunity to react to it now, while awkwardly holding my phone. Game theory, you are the final boss of Deltarune. Let's begin. Because obviously we still have what? We still have a good 39 minutes until Chapter 3. So let's just react to MatPat. Oh, wait, my audio's off. Oh, wait a second. It's gonna... Because I also have my stream on. And you're gonna be hearing me talk over myself. Okay, there.
If it isn't a loyal theorist.
Okay, there it is. Okay, we're all good now.
Everybody's favorite #1 theorist, Matthew R. Patrick. If it isn't a loyal theorist.
If I ever re-upload this stream, I'm just gonna edit the video over this.
You want it. You want Deltarune theory, don't you? All you have to do is show me your subscribe button. Go on. Why don't you show it off? This is your chance to be a big shot. A big shot. Big shot. Big.
The weird thing is that he didn't live stream himself playing Chapter 2 when it came out. But it's a big bitty bit.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to
Game Theory.
The show where
I miss you,
everyone's a
MatPat.
big shot. Loyal theorists, as I continued around on my time hosting the channel, one thing that was really
Do I have
important
my
was
brightness on?
revisiting iconic theories from throughout the show's history. And perhaps
It
no
makes sense why he
theory
did
is
this.
as beloved as the Sans' Nest theory. Now, back in the day, this one was a bit controversial. Not exactly sure why, though. It seemed pretty obvious to me that this small boy from Earthbound was the same as this Tumblr sexy man from Undertale.
Because
People
obviously...
said I was crazy. And now, all these years later, I finally understand why. You see, after all these years, Toby Fox finally decided to come online and set the record straight, sending me this
Oh yeah, he made a tweet
link
about
to
it,
my
yeah.
announcement video, and suddenly everything clicked. Sans isn't Ness. Sans and Papyrus are Ness. No wonder you all were so frustrated about that episode. I am so sorry, and I feel so much better now. Thank you. Anyway, all that ancient history. What I want to talk about today is Toby Fox's latest
Poor
game,
ignorant
Deltarune,
MatPat.
specifically the newest chapter, which just released in September of 2021. Alright, so
He was very late
might
to
be
it.
a little bit late to this one. And since it's been a hot minute since we last covered the franchise, let me just catch you up with where we stand right now. Off the bat, it's important to remember that Deltarune is a spiritual successor.
I really
to
do miss
Undertale,
MatPat.
even though
I like the
lots
other
characters
hosts
show
of
up both,
Game
they
Theory, but
function
you know, it's just...
independently from their first
There's just something about
outing. This
MatPat
time we
that I
play as
miss.
Chris, a quiet, lonely human child in a world of monsters, adopted
Yep.
into the family of Toriel, Asgore, and Asriel. See what I mean about the same characters repeating themselves? In Chapter 1, Chris gets paired up with the school.
Hold on, let me put my
Susie
camera
to
down
go
for a
find some
second.
chalk, only to fall into the dark world, a fantasy realm of living cards and toys powered by something called a dark
Forgive me
fountain.
for this.
Along the way, they meet the dark prince named Ralsei, whose name is an anagram of Asriel.
Yes,
Just
sure
something
is.
to keep in mind. We quickly learn of a prophecy where Chris, Susie, and Ralsei are meant to restore balance to both the worlds of light and dark. After much ducking and dodging with our heart-shaped object, Susie learns to accept friendship, and together the team defeats the evil king and escape back to the real world, where suddenly the pair find themselves in a supply room scattered with toys and games. It was all pretend. Or was it? Either way, it's a happy ending, right? Well, it would have been if it hadn't been for Chris suddenly ripping out their heart, shoving it into a birdcage, and then showing off their shiny new knife. It was quite a twist ending, and it left us with a lot of questions. Questions that we all hoped would be answered in Chapter 2 3 years later. So what did we learn when Chapter 2 finally
Okay, there it
released?
is.
Well, Chris used that knife to eat a pie. No joke, just eat a pie. And from there, Chapter 2...
I definitely do
similar
feel like
pattern
later
to
chapters are
Chapter
going to do that
1.
exact
Susie
same
and Chris
joke.
find a dark fountain in the library. library, which leads them to the cyber world. It's there that they find an evil computer queen in the process of capturing their friends, the shy Noelle and the obnoxious know-it-all Birdly. Noelle learns
Who
to
could be dead
confident,
in the
Birdly
snow we
learns to be more
wrote.
humble, and everyone teams up to defeat the queen in a final game of Punch-Out, because that's exactly what you'd expect from a turn-based RPG. It's yet another happy ending, till Chris removes their heart once more, slashes their mom's tires, and then uses the knife to open up a dark portal in the middle of the living room. So what does this all mean? And doesn't it immediately fly in the face of that prophecy Rolsey gave us at the start of Chapter 1? It specifically sets up Chris, Susie, and Rolsey as the heroes of the story, the ones who are going to restore balance to the worlds of light and dark. And
Sorry about my
here's
burps.
Chris running around opening dark fountains, making it
Sorry
more
about that.
unbalanced. Does that mean that the prophecy then is bogus? Oh no, dear theorists. In fact, instead of breaking from the prophecy, I think Chris is actually in the process of fulfilling it. How? Well, best grab your pencil.
Yes,
swords,
explain
my
to me, Matt.
friends.
Explain
I
something
believe
I'm about to
this
find
single
out
action
in
is
40
revealing to us
minutes.
how the game is gonna end. The truth hidden inside that prophecy, and who the final boss of the game is ultimately gonna be. So to start
W.D.
with, let's
Gaster.
actually jump into the specific quote from the prophecy. 3 heroes appear at World's Edge: a human, a monster, and a prince from the dark. Only they can seal the fountains and banish the angels' heaven. Only then will balance be restored, and the world saved from destruction. Now, this seems pretty cut and dry. We know who the heroes are, Susie, Chris, and Rolsey. We know that the dark fountains turn real-world locations into fantasy-like adventures. We also understand the concept of saving
One
the world.
weird thing about Deltarune is that there is a
There's one
metaphor
line
for like
in here that I really
escapism
wanna
in it.
focus on. One that's a lot more
It's
ambiguous.
prevalent at the
Banish
very end of
the
chapter
angel's heaven.
what do you call it,
It's a
chapter 1.
weird thing to say, like, what is an angel's heaven? And more importantly, why would we want to banish something like that? Normally, angels in heaven, they tend to be good things, right? In my initial theories on
Yeah.
this game, I suggested that the angel was Azrael, Chris's brother who's away at college, the one that broke Chris's spirit and left them all alone at home. In chapter 1, we're told that Chris and Azrael made an angel for their youth group, only to waste time on giving it massive wings, just like Azrael's final form from Undertale. And given that we believed Azrael to be the one causing Chris to run away and hide in this fantasy dark
I like the
world,
little
in the first
8-bit
place,
music
it would
he's
make
using in the
sense for
background.
angel and angel's heaven to be connected to Azrael. But then chapter 2 came out, and a second challenger for the title of angel came into play, Noelle. We met
With Verizon,
Oh, come on.
you save big on
I don't have
entertainment
YouTube
like
Premium on
Netflix
this
and
account.
Max. Whoa! And Disney Plus, Hulu,
Where the heck
and
is my
ESPN
mouse?
Plus. Careful now, that's gonna... Yep. Surprise yourself with savings. Get all 5 streams.
I don't have
We
YouTube
met Noelle in
Premium.
chapter 1, a young, nervous little reindeer with a crush on Susie, and immediately her connections with angels are obvious. First, there's her outfit, a flowing white gown that looks an awful lot like the white robes that angels are depicted wearing in most religious artwork. During your encounters with various enemy characters, they refer to Noelle directly as Angel. Heck, Noelle herself even says that she wants to turn into an angel. During the
And
romantic
fly
Ferris
away.
wheel ride
That's her
with
exact
Susie, She
words.
says, quote, I'd jump out the window. It's a dream, right? I'd grow big angel wings and fly as far as I can, gazing back at it all. And then there's just a ton of Christ imagery associated with the character. At the end of chapter 2, she's in a Christ pose while being held captive.
Oh, I guess she is.
With the ring of thorns, much like the crown of thorns that Jesus is forced to wear during his crucifixion. Even her name Noelle is a reference to Christmas and the birth of Jesus. Seems pretty darn obvious then, right? So Noelle being the angel means that it's
It is weird because she's also referenced in Undertale a lot.
whatever heaven she's fighting for. Open and shut case, right? But hey, that's just a theory and all that. Well, hold on a second. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Way back in Undertale, Gerson the turtle actually tells us the meaning of the Deltarune symbol. Yeah.
He also says it was lost to
Deltarune
time.
is actually referenced all the way back in that original game. In it, he says that the triangles represent monsters down below, and that the winged circle in the middle represents, quote, an angel who has seen the surface and will descend from above to bring us freedom. He also mentions that people
Within the
have started to
context
call
of
the
Undertale,
angel
supposed to be
the angel
Frisk.
of death. But obviously this is a prophecy that's only relevant to Undertale, right? Azrael crossed over onto the surface, got attacked by humans and killed, only to then be resurrected as the vengeful Flowey, who digivolves into the all-powerful god of hyperdeath. Azrael's the angel, even has the wings to prove it, prophecy fulfilled, no need to worry about it here, right? Well, yeah, that could be the case, but the prophecy also applies in the world of Deltarune. You see, at the end
In
of
a
chapter
different
1, you have a chance
context.
to walk around the town and interact with people, some of which you recognize, others you might not. One of those unknown figures is Father Alvin, the leader of the local church that Chris attends. If you speak to him, he leaves you with these parting words. Let the angel's power light your way.
This is a very straightforward theory so far. I wonder when Matt Pat's gonna pull the rug under my feet.
This means that the angel's heaven is a force that transcends both worlds. Noelle just doesn't exist on that plane of existence. Therefore, she can't be the angel. In fact, she goes to the exact same
I did find that
church that
line
worships
interesting
the
when I was
angel
replaying
from
chapter
that
1.
heaven. So overall, it wouldn't make
How much left
sense
of this
for
video?
Noelle to
Oh,
be the
10
angel
minutes
that we
left.
hear
Wow.
about in the prophecy. said, that doesn't necessarily mean she's not a pivotal piece in this prophecy coming true. In Chapter 2, Noelle becomes the
Who
focus
knows?
of all the action.
Hold on, let me just
The cyber world was created by the Queen to try and make her happy, but the whole
30 minutes until Deltarune Chapter 3.
To stand up for herself.
What am I gonna do for the next 20?
By teaming up with Chris, recruiting enemies, and solving puzzles together, Noelle gradually becomes more confident until the climax of the chapter, when she's able to defeat the final boss simply by telling it to stop.
Yeah.
That's not the only way this chapter can end. There's another route through Chapter 2.
The Snow Grave.
Route. This one is also about making Noelle stronger in a very different way. You see, in this route, instead of working together with Chris to solve puzzles and rekindle their friendship, Chris instead forces Noelle to attack in battle, kill enemies. They push her into buying expensive items against her will. They force her to wear that ring of thorns that I mentioned earlier. And
I will play Snowgrave. I'm not sure when. I'm gonna continue it in the later chapters. Maybe next week. Who knows?
And that being stronger is the most important thing. It all culminates in the mini-boss fight against Birdly.
I don't know what that spell is.
Noelle to cast the spell Snowgrave, a spell that Noelle's not familiar with or comfortable with. After resisting for a couple turns, eventually Noelle relents, casting a massive ice spell that freezes Birdly solid. A spell that, at least at the end of Chapter 2, he doesn't seem to be able to wake up from. Noelle has become stronger. In fact, she's much stronger now. Her personality back in the light world has once again gotten more direct and controlling, but the journey to get there took a very different tone. So what does any of this have to do with Angel's Heaven and the final boss of the game? Well, I gotta be honest with you. I lied a bit when I was describing how to get that Snowgrave route, because while Chris is the character on screen gaslighting Noelle and forcing her into all these uncomfortable situations, Chris isn't the...
Another ad. Oh, I can wait. What is this? I don't play baseball. I can wait because it's going to be a while till another 27 minutes until Chapter 3 comes out right now.
Let me introduce you to Connect Team, the one platform that replaces all of these. I'm talking about live scheduling, time tracking, and digital forms that help you stay in control. Use instant team updates and personal or group chats to communicate easily and effectively.
I see.
Spreading your business across apps, whiteboards, binders, platforms, it's exhausting, it's expensive, and honestly, it's unnecessary. Join thousands of businesses that simplified employee management, cut costs in basically half, and got back the time to focus on what matters most. Start your free trial now at connectteam.com.
If anyone's interested in that, I guess you can go see that, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, back to MatPat.
The one doing it. It's us, the player. And the game makes it very clear that it knows it's us. At the end of Chapter 1, when Chris rips out their heart and throws it into a cage, we are still able to move that heart-shaped object while Chris pulls out their knife. At this moment, the game is making it crystal clear to us that Chris and the player are two separate entities. But in Chapter 2, there is much more emphasis put on us.
One weird thing that kind of bothered me about the Snowgrave route is that Chris becomes very threatening without our obviously influence, but there's several moments where we're not controlling them, which is interesting to me.
Something that, again, Chris should never have been able to hear. At yet another point, she mentions that the voice she hears doesn't sound like Chris's. Our involvement is starting to be noticed and commented on. Back in Chapter 1, the only real person to make any sort of reference to the player was Sans, who makes a joke about us having never met before and then winks, the same way he always did back in Undertale when he was pretending not to know about other timelines and universes. He knows that Chris isn't the one in control here, but now other characters are starting to become aware that there's something or someone else at work. These aren't their choices, they're our choices. And you see, that's hugely important for this game. The Snowgrave ending stands out not just because of how dark and uncomfortable it is to achieve, but also because it's the first time a player gets to do the very thing they've wanted to do since Undertale, make a choice. You see, Undertale was all about player choice, taking a pacifist route, a genocide route, or something.
I'm sorry, my camera's getting blurry.
Different gameplay experiences and endings. Your choices mattered a lot. But in the opening minutes of Deltarune, you're immediately told that your choices don't matter here. The game literally kicks off by asking you to create a character, only to then throw it out the window and present you with Chris. It's a moment that instantly beats you over the head with the message that your choices don't matter here. Except clearly they do, or at least seem to. In the Snowgrave route, we are literally forcing Chris and Noelle to bend to our will, which yields...
Okay, so I'm trying to think right now. So Matt Pat, I was expecting him to say something much more intense with the series, but he's kind of stating facts we've known for the past 3 years.
Dead. Noelle is emotionally shaken and suspicious of Chris. Heck, we don't even end up fighting the Queen as the final boss of the chapter. The characters are literally our puppets on strings, acting out the decisions that we're forcing upon them.
Come on, another ad. Okay, I'm just going to pause the theory here. I'm going to continue in 25 minutes until Chapter 3 comes out. So forgive me right now. I'm going to put my camera down for a moment there. Forgive that really creepy ad that just popped up on my computer. I can't believe it's going to be 25. So I was watching the Matt Pat video. He's kind of stating facts we've known for a while. I've been streaming for an hour.
No one knows what it's like to have their strings pulled better than everyone's favorite salesman and secret boss,
back to this.
Spamton. So a boss battle in Chapter 2 is about trying to achieve freedom where you win by cutting his strings. That already sends a pretty powerful...
The one sad thing about Spamton is once he gets what he wants, it still fails.
Instead of meeting the Queen at the end, you fight Spamton Neo as the final boss. And it's here that he gives you some very interesting lines of dialogue. Quote, you think making frozen chicken with your side chick is gonna let you drink up that sweet, sweet freedom sauce?
I do love his dialogue on the Snowgrave route.
He's referring to specific events from the Snowgrave route, like the frozen chicken being Birdly and the side chick being Noelle. But what's more interesting is how he refers to Chris. If you fight Spamton during the normal route, he refers to Chris by their name. But in the Snowgrave fight, he never does that. He only refers to Chris's character as you. Now, I don't think that's because Spamton just decided to be personal. I think it's because he's not talking to Chris.
I never noticed that, actually. Hold on,
let me put my camera down. Wall. Later on in that fight, you have to call your friends for help. And every time it says, Chris called for help. But when you call out to Noelle, it suddenly changes to, you whispered Noelle's name. Noelle suddenly answers when everyone else has been silent because that's the voice that's been leading her throughout the Snowgrave ending. It's the voice that she obeys. It's the voice that she's afraid of. Our voice. The use of the word you here is directly addressing the player because we're the one breaking away from the main pacifist route in the game in favor of a more violent path. A path that forces our choices to be obeyed. And as Spamton says, we're right to do this because choice equals freedom. Quote, this power is freedom. I won't have to be a puppet anymore. Just like the angel from Undertale's prophecy, we're bringing freedom to these characters. We're allowing other options for their story. In short, we, the players, we are the angel. We're the ones who are able to transcend both the light world and the dark.
I mean, I guess just like Undertale, we can also be the, the human of these monsters. Can be the angel once more.
Obviously, it's not real freedom. They're just subservient to us now, bending to our choices. We are the angel.
Undertale does get, or Deltarune does get very meta.
But if that's true, then we are the villain of Deltarune. Think back to Chapter 1, it was actually quite fitting that the world revolved around chess pieces. Chris and their friends are basically pawns in our little game. We're controlling
our actual game.
But just like in the Dark World, these pieces have real characters, thoughts, feelings. And yet here we are just playing with them for our own entertainment. We are the thing that needs to be banished from Chris's body, from the lives of their friends. And that, loyal theorists, is how Deltarune is going to end. Just like the prophecy said, Chris, Susie, and Ralsei are going to banish the angels' heaven, which means they're going to work together to reject us one final time. Kick us out of the game. Chris will rip us out of their body, and suddenly we're going to have to face them as the final boss.
I definitely do feel at some point we're going to fight the character creation.
To lose, or we'll be given a final choice. A chance to choose whether we fight for domination and control over these characters that we've grown with over the last 7 chapters, or if instead we're going to respect their autonomy and let them live their own lives. But doesn't this conflict with the opening of the game? That our choices didn't really end up throughout Chapter 2. The endings are basically the same regardless of whether you play it normally or choose Snowgrave.
And the light world, not the dark world.
In both routes, the Queen's defeated, she becomes good, we escape the dark world, and we go to see Noelle with her father in the hospital. Noelle's still playing her video game, and she's more confident than she was at the beginning of the chapter. Sure, Birdly might be dead, but it's more likely that he's passed out. Regardless, though, the ending doesn't change in its essential components. But by doing the Snowgrave route and changing Noelle's journey to be one full of trauma and abuse, the dialogue options and relationships change. Noelle is more aggressive and doesn't want to give up control of the game. She's scared of Chris rather than seeing them as a friend. She is literally traumatized by what Chris
Yes.
Or more what we did to her. Sure, the decisions we make, like Snowgrave, might not affect the events that we see play out at the end of the game, but the journey is going to be different. And that journey is going to change things, like subtext and the emotions underneath all these actions. In the end, we are absolutely going to get
Sorry, my
out of
nostrils
these
are very
characters'
leaky.
lives one way or another. Our choices can't affect that. But the journey is ultimately going to dictate how painful
I'm gonna
that
miss you,
process is
Cyber
gonna
City.
be. Spamton even warns us of this during the Snowgrave Neo fight. He talks about our path to freedom, but follows it up with, quote, well, don't blame me when you're crying in a broken home wishing you let your old Spamton kill ya. Makes it sound like freedom is gonna leave us sad and alone.
I'm really surprised about the fact he's not mentioned Gaster once in this theory.
Freedom, we're actually dooming these characters to a more miserable life. And eventually, they're gonna fight back and banish us for good. Once Chris separates themselves from our control, they'll all have their freedom back, and the events of the ending may stay the same, but the context behind those events is gonna be different. Susie, Berdly, Noelle, they may all still hang out together, but are they gonna be hanging out because they're friends, or are they gonna be hanging out because they're afraid of Chris and the things that we made Chris do?
I am really interested in the ending of Deltarune.
Humanity was overall good, breaking away from the cycle of violence that RPGs force players into. But in Deltarune, as soon as the opportunity for a new ending showed up, we showed our true colors. We were willing to throw these characters and their lives aside if it meant that we got more of that sweet, sweet juice content. So despite what we've been told, I'm convinced that we do have a choice in this game. Are we going to be kind and give these characters the best
20
ending?
minutes
Or are we going to be a monster
until
like
chapter
the
3
final
and
boss
4.
that leaves them all broken
Sorry, another
and with
burp.
nothing. Also, we can get that sweet, sweet sense of completion. But hey,
That's just a theory. For mine for a second, I'm gonna put my camera
Thanks
down.
for watching.
He plays the little theme. Bam, bam, bam. I like the fact he ends it like that. Okay, we have not 20 minutes. We have 19 minutes and 35 seconds until Deltarune Chapter 3 and also 4. Wow. And releases on the 5th in Japan, Australia, New Zealand. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, 19 minutes. The hype has kind of left my blood because I just for the past hour and 6 minutes I've just been sitting here on my chair. But let's see here. I'm gonna go. I'm not showing the screen's black right now because I'm not showing anything for my Switch right now because I'm going to buy. Can I pre-order Deltarune? It's saying I can pre-order it. Oh. Deltarune. I don't know what to do for the next 18 minutes. Ugh. It's also interesting to me that Toby Fox made the game separate from, I've added it to my wish list, even though I'm about to buy it right now. I can't believe it. Mr. Tony Fox himself. Or Robert Fox, I guess would be his true name. I don't know what to do, honestly. I don't know what to do for the next 18 minutes until Chapter 3 comes out. Just have to wait. The next adventure in the Undertale series has appeared. I can't download the demo. My Switch Joy-Con's disconnected again. That's interesting. Also on the Switch eShop, it says Deltarune, but for Switch 2. And it has different screenshots, which I wonder why. What are you planning, Mr. Toby Fox? There's not really much left for me to go over until for the next 17 minutes. I guess I can go over Toby Fox's new newsletter. He released, I think it was like not that long ago, he released a newsletter, like yesterday, with art from Timmy. Let's, yeah. Here's what I'm talking about. He released this newsletter with art from Timmy. Deltarune, hold on. I'm trying to fix my setup here. Okay, there. Don't fall, computer. Let's read this before Chapter 3 falls. Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 are almost on PC, Mac, Switch, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Check Deltarune.com for more information. It's also going to come out... Wait, hold on. It's also going to come on Switch 2 at midnight for your region. Spoilers? Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4, all yummies. And then he has this little picture. 2 points of advice around spoilers. 1, if you're worried about seeing spoilers, try to refrain from using social media or video websites until you have successfully completed the game due to current media algorithms. If you're a big fan of the game, it's likely spoilers will be recommended to you no matter what you're going to do. Yep. Sorry, voice crack. Yep, that's what I'm gonna have to do. If you use social media, you know how followers that don't want to be spoiled think about how you post what you do. Nothing I can say or do will stop people from trying to be the first to show everything off. So please, just do your best to protect yourself. Please. He didn't put the please part. Just be ready, even before the game comes out in your region. The New Zealanders who get the game 3 hours early are probably gonna directly to your house. Are gonna come directly to your house and start tapping the thumbnails in Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4, all bosses compilations, to the outside of your window. They might already be doing that. I like that he's self-aware of those kinds of videos of like all bosses. The Snowgrave route continues? Question mark. That being said, please don't rush through the game. Just relax and enjoy it at your own pace. I kind of had trouble with that back when Chapter 2 came out because the whole time I'm thinking to myself, lore, give me lore, give me lore. But, he was, obviously just enjoy the game for what it was, because obviously we're going to have to wait who knows how long until the next chapters. That being said, please don't rush through the game. At the very least, I personally recommend taking a break between chapters. Soundtrack, I will take a break. I was thinking about taking a week break between 3 and 4 so I can have 3 sit in my mind. I was thinking about releasing a video that was my prediction to Chapter 4 after I played Chapter 3. The soundtrack will be available on Bandcamp and Steam. It will be available on platforms, but not immediately after release. I'm sure you'll be able to find it after a couple days. Even if you use other platforms, I recommend buying the soundtrack on Steam. I'll be updating the soundtrack every time a new chapter comes out, so it'll be really good deal. One warning, if you care about spoilers, do not read the track names until you finish the game. I will do that. Bugs. Hey, look, Spamton. I'm sure it's unlikely that any of the tens of thousands of people playing the game for hundreds of thousands of commutative, I can't pronounce that, hours will find any bugs. That being said, if the game crashes or the game reaches a point where it's not possible for the progress, please email deltarune@fangamer.com to report any issues, and keep an eye out on the FAO page. In the coming weeks, we will be posting any known issues in the top of the page. I will do that. Patches, and he just talks about patches and stuff like that. And thank you, question mark. I should make that a thumbnail, this image. I like that. A really nice image. Over the past few years, countless times I've written out my thoughts on them, on how I think they'll be received, on how they feel compared to Chapter 1 and 2, and on what to expect. It's fine. It is what it is. You'll figure it out soon. If you're reading this, let me just say thank you for all your support. Without people like you, I would have never been able to make this game a reality. Of course, at this point, I'll make this game regardless of whatever anyone else cares or not, but it'll be more fun to share with you. So thanks. I hope you have a good time. I will, Mr. Fox. I will. Okay, so how many more minutes? 12 minutes until 3 and 4. So yeah, I pretty much have nothing else left. Guess just wait here for the 12 minutes, unless we go over the Snowgrave really quickly, because I want to see if hold on, give me a second. Okay, wait. Okay, there. Okay, my phone's at 35, 30, 50. 8%. 11 minutes and 30 seconds until chapter. Sorry about that. Until chapter 3 releases. I honestly don't know what to say. Let me put my computer on mute. In all honesty, I don't know what to say. It's just 11 minutes and 10 seconds until chapter 3 releases. I don't. We waited for this moment for a while, and I do not know what to say. Hold on, let me. Genus Legend. This is the last time, unless you have downloaded the demo, this is going to be the last time we're going to see the screen like this. It's not going to be the last time we're going to hear that laugh, but this is going to be the last time that we have the screen remotely like this. I'm going to miss you, chapter 2. Once upon a time, a legend was whispered among shadows. It was a legend of hope and of dreams. It was a legend of light, of dark. This is the legend of Deltarune. And then it fades. For millennia, light and dark have lived in balance, brightening peace to the world. Sorry, you can hear me fiddling with my Joy-Cons. But if this harmony was to shatter, a terrible calamity would occur. The sky will run black with terror. Sorry, I had to sing the song there for a second. And the land will crack with fear. Let me see if I can put this music up a little bit higher. Then her heart's pounding. The earth will draw her final breath. Only then, shining with hope, 3 heroes appear at world's edge. A human, a monster, and a prince from the dark. But he's a nice fluffy boy in the inside, trust me. Only then it can seal the fountains and banish the angels of heaven. Only then the balance will be restored. The strange skeleton man totally did not whisper this to me and lie to me, and the world would be saved from destruction. Today, the fountain of darkness, the geyser that gives this land form, stands tall at the center of the kingdom. But recently, another fountain has appeared on the horizon. Isn't that nifty? I'm actually curious, and with it, the balance of light and dark begins to shift. I'm actually curious if right now I type in Deltarune, because Toby Fox in New Zealand got the game 3 hours earlier. I just typed in Deltarune Chapter 3 on my computer, and no spoilers. I haven't gotten spoiled yet. He said it's free on New Zealand. You know what sucks? Jacksepticeye is not going to play the game. Yeah, I made a video about it. He made a video about it.
I did have people ask if I was going to do more Deltarune.
Mm-hmm.
Because from what I remember, the 3rd chapter of that is coming out this year. But I'm not going to play more Deltarune.
When was this?
I'm just going to say that.
Was that really this year? I swore it was long ago.
I liked it, but
My
I
Castle
didn't
Town.
like people's reactions to me
Perhaps I put
playing
a
it.
race.
Like, most people were happy about it, but a lot of people got really angry that I wasn't doing, like, absolutely everything, and they started judging me for, like, not enjoying it enough. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't playing it the right way. And I was like, I dodged that with Undertale because I got in on the ground floor when that came out, and I just had fun with it. But now with Deltarune, I think the community has gotten so aggressive that I'm like, I just want to play it and I want to have fun and I want to do it my way, but it just got pretty toxic that people said that I didn't enjoy it enough to their standards when I did the 2nd episode of it. And I mean, that's fair. I didn't enjoy it as much as I did, like, Undertale. I don't think Deltarune even holds a candle to Undertale. Very few games do.
Come on.
But
I disagree with that, Jack.
the fact that you're not allowed to, like... it wasn't even that I disliked it. I was having a good time. I just didn't absolutely love it.
Sorry.
and that wasn't enough.
I had to
for
get the
some
charger
people.
for my phone.
And I just don't want that sort of like orbiting around me as I play it.
6
It makes
more
it really
minutes.
unfun to play when you know that it's.
I don't know
gonna
what
get, like,
else
picked
to do for
apart
the
that
next
much.
6 minutes
And
until
it's not even from like
the
a
chapter
personal
releases.
perspective where I'm like, oh man, now I'm depressed because people didn't like my video. It's just like when I upload stuff, I want it to be fun. I want it to be a good experience.
Good
I want
stuff.
people to have fun doing it. I want people to have fun interacting with it and interacting with each other. But if that sort of cloud is following it around, then it doesn't feel worth it to me. But I'll play it in my own time, probably.
It's kind of nostalgic because there was a YouTuber recently that uploaded a video of reading the newsletters. And there is something nostalgic about like the updates and newsletters that Toby Fox has released regarding Deltarune. For the next 5 minutes, I'm going to charge my phone. Let me just get in here. Okay. Because for the next 2 hours, I'm probably going to... I'm going to end the stream at like 10:20. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. So I guess I'm going to mute the music right now. Sorry, for the next 5 minutes, maybe 7, you're just going to be seeing black. Because I'm going to get my Switch ready for the download. I'm going to show the countdown finishing right now. But it is kind of... not surreal, but I guess the hype has kind of left my body a little bit. But yeah, now that... that Deltarune Chapter 3 is finally releasing. 4 more minutes until Chapter 3 comes out. So I guess for the next 4 minutes, I'm just going to say some quick predictions that I have. What's any predictions I have? So I personally believe, as I said this earlier in the stream, that I believe in chess theory, the theory that each boss we're going to fight in the game is going to connect to piece and chess in some way. Obviously, we know that the villain of Chapter 3 is going to be Tenna, which is short for antenna for TV, obviously. And Chapter 4 is going to be the Bishop. By proxy, Chapter... I always use the word by proxy. I need to stop using that. And that needs to be my New Year's resolution next year. Chapter 5 is going to be the Knight. And I've heard, some people have said Chapter 5 might be in the Flower Shop. I know it definitely does feel the Flower Shop. We're going to go with Asgore. The Flower Shop is definitely going to be like a chapter. I personally don't think Chapter 5, because the way I think it's going to go is in Chapter 6, because Chapter 5 definitely seems to be the carnival. And I've heard some people trying to connect that the fact Spamton and Jubble kind of look like clowns, connecting them to the carnival because, clowns are associated with carnivals. So I've seen some people, connecting it to that, which makes sense. But I wonder in what way the carnival is going to connect to all this. Also, I'm curious, are we going to kill Jockington in Chapter 4 because we kill Birdley, or we freeze Birdley in Chapter 2, so I'm curious. We're going to get Jockington. Where's my... Oh, wait, hold on, sorry, I'm going through my live stream, you're just going to hear everything I said again. But yeah, it is kind of surreal, sitting here and being like, oh, Chapter 3 is about to release in 3 minutes. 2 now. 2 more minutes. Two more minutes. Seal them. What else is there? I know it's kind of crazy, it does feel kind of like, well, it doesn't feel like yesterday because a lot has happened in the past 6.5 years of a Deltarune of, like when I discovered the game, I was just eating pizza and I was watching Swinky Box. 2 more minutes until the game comes out. I don't have anything to say. I'm just ready to play Chapter 3. Let's see here. Is there anything else I can do? Well, if we just play the soundtrack really quickly. How about we do that? Let's play Undertale 9th Anniversary. Because obviously it's going to be a while for it to download. Unused. I really like the Power of Spamton thing he used. Toby Fox showed. Here it is, soundtrack. Which song is this? Don't play copyrighted music. Oh, listen to this. I actually really enjoy this one. Oh wait, you can hear my stream in the background. Okay, there. Do 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 do. I'm sure someone out there has edited the music from chapter one, from chapter 2, the unused music, and adding it back into the game. I'm sure someone's done that. Here we go. Actually, this music is very fitting for the countdown. 50 seconds, 48, 47, 46. This music is very fitting for this. That's a coincidence. I didn't mean to play this song. Do 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 do. I remember when I checked this page after the trailer came out, and I was really shocked. I can't believe 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Hold on. Let me just mute the music there for a second. Actually, is it gonna line up perfectly? Do 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 do. And Deltarune Chapter 1 and 4. 2, 4, not 1 and 4. Is that it? Oh, it just updated itself. The countdown's over. Okay, well, let's download the game. Obviously, I can't have you look at the eShop. I'm curious, did it update already? I'm just gonna have the music playing in the background while I download. What was this unused track? Rules Card Battle. The moment we all been waiting for. It's taking a while for the eShop to load. Luckily, I have the money in my account. No, I want Deltarune. There it is. So off screen, I'm going to purchase this. I can't believe, because it's like I love Deltarune, but only 2 chapters. Not even half the game is released. We all love this game, and not even half of it's out yet. It's crazy. Confirm purchase. I bought it. Or actually, I don't want to continue shopping. I'm going to go back home. I don't want any of the Switch 2 nonsense. No, stop. Oh shoot, it's downloading. Do I have to start over? Wait a second. Don't tell me I have to start over, Mr. Toby Fox. Because the demo's still on here. Do 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 do. I'm actually kind of nervous now because it's not connected properly. Do 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 do. Please tell me the game's connecting correctly. I wonder if other people have already played the game. This music is really nice for this. Dun 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 dun. I don't want to exit. Excuse me. All right, there. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. No, I didn't mean. Stop logging me into the game. Please connect my save file from the previous one, please. Please. Also, like, it doesn't even say no copyrighted music. I don't know if that's copyrighted or not. I don't know. Do 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 do. This one I don't listen to that often. It's almost here. Please be the full game. Yes, successfully downloaded. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to pause you. Let's go back to my stream. Okay. Please be the full game. 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 Please be the full thing. Don't tell me I have to start over from the beginning. Save data found. Wait, hold on. Okay. Let's put that. No, don't put the music high, but. Okay, this is it. This is actually chapter, yes. Chapter 2 was completed. Play chapter 3. I want to go chapter. Let's play chapter 3. Oh, shoot. That scared me. Installing chapter 3. I wasn't expecting that. There's a lot of light in my room now. Why does it say installing? Are they hanging Toby Fox? Oh, wait, no. Wait, hold on. I want to see if I can... Forgive me, everybody. I know chapter 3 was just released. Hold on. I'll see if I can make my room more darker. Darker yet darker. So my screen won't be everywhere. Ignore the money you're hearing. Oh, I could turn off my mic, I guess. I could do that. I actually can't believe it. We're playing chapter 3. Okay, there. Is this better? Okay, so is this a good angle? This is the perfect angle. Okay. Let's get started. You still can kind of see a little bit of a glare. I'm sorry about that. I think it's good. It's good. We're good. We're good. Dell. Oh, shoot. This is it. We're playing chapter 3. Clap. Deltarune Chapter 3. Just like last time. Oh my goodness. Let's play the... Oh, he changed the file select. Now it just says... It doesn't say the minutes. It says the hours now. Yeah, let's get this started. Oh my goodness. We're actually doing this. My heart's pumping now. Is that Susie? Wake up, Susan. Is this going to be the green room? I can't believe this. Actually, it's kind of surreal now. What the heck is this? Oh, this is the couch. Chris? Please say, where the hell are we? That looks like that couch from the last episode of Gravity Falls. Chris! Chris, hey, wake up! We're in the dark world. The hell did this happen? Oh my goodness, this is real. Well, who cares? This means another adventure, right? That shouldn't be the way. Why is Susie talking like that? I'm rough and gruff. Well, who cares? This means another adventure, right? Let's see what else is around. Can I go over here? Oh, I can't go over there. I don't know where to go. This does not feel real. This is fan-made. Toby Fox. What? A stale wind. You Stifle a sneeze. You stifle a sneeze. You are filled with the power of not sneezing. Already starting with the jokes. What way do I go? Oh, what? Where are you going? It's a couch for walking. The couch is walking too. Ugh. Okay. Oh, this is the thing he showed off. Is the couch still there? No, he's gone. Well, let's get going, Susie. I don't know how I feel about this. Of course, there's a slide. How do I... The dust. I have a question. Why are these things always here whenever we start a dark world, when we enter in the dark world? Why are these things always here? This is so surreal. I do not believe this. So Toby Fox showed bits and pieces of this. Oh, guess who it is? Wait for me. You're not real. Ralsei. I felt a dark presence and hurried here. If we keep going, the dark fountain should be... Hey, Ralsei, you're not going to believe what I did after our adventure yesterday. After we saved the world, I went over Chris's, almost baked an entire pie, and then marathon movies all night and immediately fell asleep. Aw, Susie, it sounds like you had a wonderful time. Yeah, it wasn't awful, I guess. I want to hear all about it. Let's just get going first. Oh, yeah. We're back together again, I guess. I have my eyes on you, fluffy boy. Does Ralsei get flustered if I get close up to his face again? I don't know. Ugh. Let's get going. Let's meet Tenna. This is real. I'm actually playing this. Like, let's just stop and think. I'm playing Chapter 3. Well, let's get going. Anyway, so I've been thinking about some of those movies last night. Think you should serve blood crushes too, Ralsei? Think you'll survive? I don't know. I've ever seen a movie. Really? Okay, we're gonna Ralsei a lore. Let's run. Run. Cause it's fun. This is real. I'm so used to seeing fan-made stuff, I just can't believe it. I'll try to film the other Let's Plays in a darker room. Okay, still, hold on. Run, because it's fun. Okay. There we are. Okay. Sorry about that. I can't believe we're here. Would you want to, come watch next time movies? Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Why is this taking so long? Let's just run. Okay, we're in Chapter 3. Oh, what's this? Whoa. Wait, what's down here? Oh, this is the thing Toby Fox showed off. You open the chest. Inside was 10 points. 10 points is added to your score. My score for what? How do they know what to do? Why does every Dark World begin like this? Are we gonna meet Tenna? Whoa, okay, I got scared there. And then, like, it doesn't have to just be movies, You could even, like, go to school with us. Susie. Then we could get him to do our homework, right, Chris? I'd love to do your homework, Susie. Of course you would, toothpaste boy. Are they gonna... Oh, this is the puzzle from Chapter 1. I don't believe any of this. What was that? It's surreal. I'm so used to the Chapter 3 intro. The This is taking a while. And then, like, best idea for last. So there is this festival in a few days, right? And maybe it's stupid, but wouldn't it be kind of fun if we all went? Would it be fun, Ralsei? What is that? I think I could look at that. Ralsei's not answering the question. By all, I mean Ralsei too, obviously. Susie, I'd like nothing more. You're suspicious, toothpaste boy. My goodness, this is a long, dark world. I'd like nothing more than to go, Susie. But you can't, what? But you what? What is it, toothpaste boy? Oh, what's he doing? What are you doing? I don't think I could. Yeah, because darkness can't. Yeah, I mean, it was the festival kind of stupid, you know? I mean, obviously, just, I mean, we don't even have to play any games. We could just make a mess because it caused some trouble. Just, I don't know, could be fun if you just went, you know? Susie's really opening up to Ralsei. I mean, she already has, but, like, she really is like, I really want you to come. No, Susie, I want to, I can't go. Where are we beginning the chapter like this? Did I say something weird? No, not at all, Susie. I'm happy to be invited by you, Susie. It's just, I'm a darkner. Yeah. I can't go to the light world, even if I wanted to. I saw a theory of someone being like, Ralsei's never outright admitted he was a darkner, he just did right now. Why? Because are you gonna say a dramatic story? Susie, it's hard for me to explain this, but... Oh, come on, we're gonna do another dramatic story? What is this? That's the chair for the newsletter. What is this? You see, Susie, you and Chris live in the light world. A place where everything is you see. This is as long as there's light. You see, when it gets dark, things become more indistinct. Sorry. A chair can look like a monster. A poster can look like it's moving. Your eyes can't see the truth anymore. And when the light runs out, what's with the creepy laughter? You see nothing. Of course, your mind can't make anything of nothing. Why did it get so creepy? But what if it became even darker? Darker than dark. That was what it said in the Spampton sweepstakes. What if we could take away the light that wasn't there until we reached another side? If that were to happen... I don't believe this is happening right now. What is that? The amalgamation? They could start to see things again. What is this? Are these the amalgamations? And hear them. What? Friend inside me. Friend. I like this cutscene. This is really cool. Why did it get so creepy? Oh, hey, the chapter 1. That is the Dark World, Susie. An alternate view of reality, though the lens of a shadow. In other words, I love this cutscene. It really gives me like Mario and Luigi vibes, the RPG series. An illusion. The dark fountain changed everything into a fantasy. So we just saw Friend, which is that creepy face. In the light world, in reality, I like this cutscene. You don't really see cutscenes in Toby Fox games. Lancer is just an average playing card. The Queen. She's a computer. Queen is just a laptop. In other words, when the light comes back on, this world is no longer real. The places you go, the people you meet, none of them are real. In other words, seems like fantasy. Even I, the one telling you this, I too am... Where are you? But Ralsei, how can you even say you're not real? I can see you, I can feel you, I can hear you. Normal objects don't have feelings and stuff. That was creepy that we just saw Friend. That's right, Susie. They should. They shouldn't. That's why I don't want to want you and Chris to worry too much about us, okay? This just got depressing. So they just confirmed that friend, which is that creepy face that kind of looks like Spampton, is a cat. It's funny. I was overjoyed to make friends. Then selfishly, I started feeling sad too. Sad I couldn't be your friend in real life, Susie. That I couldn't be your I can't do your homework. That I can't go with you. That I can't be there to help you when and really need me. Ralsei, I'm sorry. That's why if you know me, Lancer, we can't do it all. So if you ever feel like we're not enough, this just got like really depressing. I didn't want to cry today, Mr. Toby Fox. Just forget about us and make some real friends, okay? It's like don't forget. Ralsei, you idiot! How can you say that? You think I could just forget you? Forget Lancer? Forget everyone? I don't care what you say you are. You're real to me, okay? You're like choking him, Susie. I'm happy to hear that, but shut up and listen to me. No matter what you say, no matter what you are, me, you, Chris, we're a team, all right? None of us are gonna forget each other. So please, just. Oh, shoot. Whoa, that was, what does that say? Amazing performance. The audience has been brought to tears, folks. Oh, it's like Metaton all over again. Who the heck are you? Haha, I was hoping you asked. Mike, play the VHS. Shoot, I was not expecting this chapter to begin like this. There's voice acting in this. This is like WarioWare. My jaws dropped. Ralsei. That's unbelievable that there was a whole cutscene. Oh my goodness. What lovely contestants we've got today, folks. Contestants? Yes, you three are stars of today's show. Mr. Tenna's Marvelous Mystery Board. TV time. Oh, that's the audience from Chapter 2. What? This feels like a fan game. I am not playing Deltarune Chapter 3. This does not feel real. What the hell are you doing? What am I doing? You should be wondering what you're doing. You're about to play the greatest game of your life. Answer crazy questions. Pass physical challenges. And you all win some TV-tastic prizes. Floral Cowboy, a brand new car. I cannot read the rest of this. The merchandise. And that's not all. Hey, Dr. Tenneville, what's today's, what? I'm sorry, I'm just like so lost right now. Why, it looks like it's a prescription for one grand prize. Oh, hey, it's the thing. That's right, today's grand prize is the season's most popular item. Our patient mystery ball. This Dark World's one and greatest treasure. Hey, bet you want to know what's inside, don't you, folks? Well, great news. What catodes and I cannot read like TV terms and cadenas. Everything can be yours. All you have to do is win. This is surreal. I've never seen this funometer like this, folks. Now, time to touch the dial because tonight we're gonna have a one heck of a. Who the hell is we? Well, this is a game show, and you are the contestants, right? Let me be a little clearer. We aren't being on a stupid show. You aren't? Oh, well, that's just hunky-dory. You know, you do. You meanwhile, I guess I'll just be me and the logo just got depressing killed. Susie? What? Susie, he's like a depressing version of Medita. Listen to this music. It's like when SpongeBob got drunk. I know I can't go to the festival with you, but if I can, I still want to have fun with you and Chris. Or I'll say, maybe we could just try playing this game. If we can't watch TV, maybe we can be on it. Well, that's a good compromise. All right, fine. We'll give it a shot, a big shot. You'll give it a shot? My game? I guess. Oh, you will. Oh, you thrill. Mike, the lights, the sounds, the wats, the watsits, the doozits. It's like Dr. Seuss. He's just making up words. Turn them all on, and get me a cup of coffee. It's so stupid. Right over here, ladies and what Germans? Oh, we can move. I do not believe what I'm watching.